What's good, everybody? My name is Polo. Hope you guys are doing well. And today we have back up to bat Mr. Elvis Presley himself. And I've reacted to this song, the live performance of this song. I have not heard the studio version, so this will be my first time reacting to the studio version of it, which you guys will see here in a moment. But sometimes before listening to a song, I like to do a little bit of research on it and read up on it. Just, in my opinion, it kind of helps me connect better with the track. I'm going to read it out loud for you guys in case someone's out there is just as interested as I am. But here we go. And forgive my reading. Elvis Presley in the Ghetto, 1969, well before I was born, all right, gave the world a side of the king that many didn't see coming. Raw, vulnerable, and unafraid to tell a hard-hitting story. Written by songwriter Mac Davis, the track paints a haunting picture of a boy born into poverty, caught in the cycle of the struggles with no escape, inspired by what Davis witnessed growing up. The song doesn't sugarcoat the reality. It lays it bare. And Elvis, he doesn't just sing it, he feels it. Every note, every word hits with an honesty and transforms the track into something much bigger than just a song. This wasn't the slick movie soundtrack Elvis of the past. Okay, so apparently he had like a reputation of being maybe too pop or something, too commercial, I'm assuming from reading this. This was an artist stepping to a story that mattered, bringing a voice to a tough subject that sincerity and depth only he could pull off. The music itself is soft and simple, but that's the genius of it. The quiet melody draws you in, and then the weight of the story drops like a gut punch. I like this. By the time the song ends, you're left staring into the reality of the vicious circle that Davis wrote about, one where heartbreak repeats itself generation after generation. Critics often praise In the Ghetto for its balance of beauty and tragedy. It's not preachy, it's human. Elvis delivers every line with such warmth and empathy that you can't help but connect with the story. It's a reminder that his voice wasn't just built for hip shaking and rock anthems. It was a vessel for something much deeper. Okay, I like that. To this day, In the Ghetto stands as one of Elvis' most unforgettable performances. It is proof that music can do more than just entertain. It can make you stop, listen, and feel, and that's what this song is. It's timeless. I like that piece. All right, so let's get right into it then. That's quite an intro for a song. I've heard it. It's very moving, but I haven't heard the studio, like I said before, so we're going to go ahead and play it.
As the snow flies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto. And his mama cries, 'cause if there's one thing that she don't need, is another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto.
I guess there wasn't a lot of white men singing about the ghetto back then, was it, huh? That's I guess that's why it was so shocking, but it lets you know that he was just as grounded as the next man, and based off of like a lot of the older movies I saw, like the Ray Charles movie and movies with Quincy Jones, that Elvis was around, man. He was around the brothers.
People, don't you understand? Your child needs a helping hand. He'll grow to be an angry young man someday. Take a look at you and me. Are we too blind to see? Or do we simply turn our heads and look the other way? Well, the world turns, and a hungry little boy with a runny nose plays in the street as the cold wind blows in the ghetto. And his hunger burns, so he starts to roam the streets at night, and he learns how to steal and he learns how to fight in the ghetto.
You know what I like about Elvis is that Elvis, no matter what song he does, he has his signature Elvis on it. You know what I mean? He can only do him. There's some artists, you can listen to their music and they can change completely the way they sound, and you may not even know it's them at first. But Elvis, he can only be him in his music, and it's just that signature.
And one night in desperation, the young man breaks away. He buys a gun, he steals a car, tries to run, but he don't get far, and his mama cries.
Excuse me.
As a crowd gathers round, an angry young man face down in the street with a gun in his hand in the ghetto. And as her young man dies, on a cold and gray Chicago morning, another little baby child is born in the ghetto. And his mama cried.
All right. Now, while this is a really great track, I would say out of all the Elvis songs that I've heard before, this wouldn't make my top 10, but I can see why a lot of people like it. Okay. I can see why people enjoy it, but it's not something that's really in my taste as far as like out of the Elvis catalog. And I would say mainly because, dare I say that it feels kind of cheesy, right? You know, in the ghetto, you know. That's just me though. You know what I mean? It feels a little bit cheesy, but Elvis sings beautifully over it, and I love the background music, and it sounds good sonically. Just in my particular taste, don't take offense to it, but it doesn't make my top 10 for Elvis. What does it make in yours? Okay, and if you think I should hear more Elvis, let me know in the comment section what I should check out next from his catalog, as I haven't heard like 90% of it. So if you like the video, honest reactions, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys. Peace.